In this video, we're going to look at a transfer by way of gift that is being returned by the transferee to the transferor. We've already logged in as the agent, and then from there into the agent's client account. Here, select Applications, Transfer of Entitlement Applications. Again, if you wish to view the entitlement position, you can do so by clicking here. We're going to create a new transfer application. Clicking here. The terms and conditions and the frequently asked questions are available here, and you should make yourself familiar with them. The closing date is the 15th of May 2018. The transferor details are displayed on screen, and now you must enter the transferee details, starting with the hard number, and then the transferee full name as it appears on correspondence from the Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine. I click Find Transferee. Transferee is displayed and you can select them. The transfer type we're going to use is gift. Details of what's involved in this type of transfer are displayed once you select the radio button. We're ready to proceed and click Next. Here you can see the number of entitlements that are available for transfer. Click Select Entitlements and enter the number of entitlements that are being transferred out. And click Add to Transfer. If you're happy that this is correct, you can click Next. If you've made an error, you can remove them from the transfer by clicking Remove from Transfer here. Details of the trade are now displayed on screen. The transferor, transferee, the number of entitlements being transferred, and the value of them. As the agent, you are required to upload a transfer signature confirmation document. By clicking here, a pre-populated document is generated, which can be printed off for you to sign, the transferor to sign, and date it. Then scan it in, save it as a PDF document, and then upload it by clicking here. Select the type of document you're uploading, in this case transfer signature confirmation, and then find it on your computer and attach it. And click Upload Document. The document is now uploaded, and you're ready to either save the transfer at this stage to come back and complete it at a later stage, or you can delete it, or you can go back to the previous page. If you're ready to send it to the transferee for acceptance, click Send for Acceptance. You must click here to confirm that you've read and understood the terms and conditions, and then Send for Acceptance. The transferee key is now created, and this must be provided to the transferee in order to allow them to accept the trade. We're now logged in as the transferee on the transferee home screen. We're going to go to Applications, Transfer of Entitlement Applications, and here we can see the transfer that's just been created by way of gift. We need to have obtained the transfer key from the transferor in order to accept this transfer. Click on View, and you can enter the transfer key here. And then you can view the transfer application. Details of the transfer are displayed on screen, the transferor, the transferee, and the number of entitlements that are being transferred, the value of those entitlements. If any supporting documentation is required, you can upload it here. If you're not happy with the number or you feel this is an error, you can return the transfer to the transferor by selecting Return to Transferor. you're asked to confirm that you are sure that you wish to transfer this back to the transferor for further editing, and if you have a reason you can enter it here. The reason is up to you, and then click Return Application to Transferor. You can see the reason that you've entered is displayed on screen. The transferor will now be alerted that the transfer has been returned to them. We've now returned to the transferor home screen, and we click into Applications, Transfer of Entitlement Applications, and we can see the transfer that has just been returned to them. The status informs us that this has been returned to the transferor with the query, and the reason for the return is incorrect number of entitlements in this instance. At this stage we can edit the transfer. You see the details displayed. If they remain the same, then you can go next. Here are the number of entitlements that are being transferred, and in this instance this is the reason for the query, so you can remove those from the transfer. I click Remove, and now we can select entitlements again and change the number and add those to the transfer. If you're happy that this is now correct, you can click Next. Here we have a new summary screen. We can see that the number of entitlements being transferred is now altered. The transfer signature confirmation document is still attached to this transfer, so there is no need to upload it again. If you're happy, you can send this now for acceptance. And at any time, you can always save and exit, and then come back at a later stage and send for acceptance. You must click here to confirm that you've read and understood the terms and conditions, and then send for acceptance. The transfer key remains the same, and this has now been notified to the transferee that they are now able to accept this transfer. Back again now to the transferee, and we'll go into Applications, Transfer of Entitlement Applications, and we can see that the transfer is now awaiting acceptance by the transferee. We can view it or return it. And click to view. We can see that the transfer that we had returned to the transferor is now for a different number of entitlements. If we're happy, you can accept it, or you can choose to return it again to the transferor. If you accept it, you have to click here to confirm that you've read and understood the terms and conditions, and then accept transfer. The transfer is now submitted to the department for processing. Please note at this stage the transfer has not been applied and will not be applied until the department has processed it. You cannot now return it again to the transferor.